Good morning. Happy. Give me one second. Okay. Happy Friday morning. Well, I got my day off today. Okay, holiday. Why? Look, it was a very busy week. Okay, so I got my job done, met the deadlines, and yeah, so it was right time to take a day off. So I picked today, and my bosses they approved my day off today. So yeah. So what did I do this morning? Friday morning. Happy Friday morning. I wrote. Yeah, I finished up this intermission section. In chapter 7, conversation with Squirrel, the Mr. Science. Okay, so yeah, it was nice. Yeah. I can try to be cute. Okay. Oh, Mr. Squirrel. Oh, how nice. You paid visits to my residence. So why is this squirrel named Mr. Scientist? Well, the story goes, it's a novel, okay? He once was a domestic pet squirrel owned by this mad scientist. And he says, oh, one day she stopped feeding me. So I had to run away one day. But he named me the Mr. Scientist. So the name got stuck with me, and that's why I'm Mr. Scientist. The Mr. Scientist. Okay. So it's kind of implied that this mad scientist was a firm advocate of Mr. Einstein's special and general relativity theory. I didn't say that, but it's implied. Okay. So, uh, but hey, I used to be a firm, staunchest advocate for Mr. Einstein's special general relativity theories. Okay. I was. I just studied theories. Okay. So I'm kind of like dropout or turncoat betrayer in a sense. But then I wrote down at the end of this hypothetical conversation, there's nothing to worry about. It's nothing bad, alright? It's just evolution, part and parcel of evolution. It's been always that way, okay? Brand new theory replacing old theory. It's been always that way in the history of science, okay? So this is nothing new. It's a recurring pattern, alright? New theory replacing old theory. That's how science has always been developed. Okay? Yeah. So yeah, we are not doing anything wrong. We're just being part of evolutionary process in science. Right? Yeah. So why did I request it for day off? It's because I spent a very busy week. Okay, so and I get this 14 days a year paid leave, right? It's use it or lose it. And today I was like, oh my goodness, there's nothing to do at work because I got everything done in time. Okay, so yeah, as opposed to just going to office and doing nothing. Why not use this vacation time that I have accumulated for this year? Because if not, we'll get busy again in a couple of weeks, right? Yeah, so you use it or lose it, vacation day. So yeah, I requested vacation because I got everything done. So there's nothing for me to do today. So my bosses, they understand, so they approve my leave time today. Okay. And then I started writing. Yeah, I wrote about 3 or 4 pages, I guess, right? Over a couple of hours. Yeah, yeah, it was good. hmm So today is Friday, so Saturday, Sunday, I'm having 3 day weekend. That's- Because we need holiday, right? Otherwise, it's too repetitious. We go to work, come back home. Come on, it's just too repetitious, right? So it gets boring. So yeah, we need day off here and then. I do. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we need vacations like this. Holidays. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess we can talk about what to write next. Chapter 7 is about ideological force, ideological force field. Yeah, I already named the next section, section 2 in chapter 7. Okay. What's the name? Um, Something like ideological force field and its denizens, the concepts. Okay, so it's metaphysics, it's philosophy, it's no longer physics anymore. Okay, but metaphysics and physics, they kind of mirror each other. So we can use some analogy from physics to explain things in metaphysics. Okay, so maybe I'll start from there. Okay, so let me write it down. Oh, my cell phone is charging. Well, let's go grab it. It's been charging enough. Okay, so I'm gonna make a brand new thread in this cloud storage. So yeah, metaphysics mirrors physics. Good. Yeah. So we'll start from there. Metaphysics mirrors physics. Okay. So that will be a starting point. So concept of love, concept of apple, right? Yeah. It does not require mass. It's like photon. It has no mass, but it exists. Okay? Yeah. I mean, kinetic energy, potential energy, it does require mass. Like electric field, magnetic field, magnetic spin, magnetism, or electricity, electric charge, it has to have some mass as substrate, right? And potential energy, electric potential energy, magnetic potential energy, it requires mass, okay? But heat energy, yeah, it also requires mass because heat energy is nothing but kinetic energy of molecules vibrating. Okay, so that's what heat is, heat energy. Okay, thermal energy. I should write it down. Uh, so most energy form requires some kind of mass, right? Potential energy, mgh, right? Kinetic energy, mv squared over 2, all right? And heat energy is nothing but kinetic energy of molecules, vibration, okay? Yeah, so all the energy form mostly they require mass, but light wave, electromagnetic wave, it does not require any mass. Okay, so it's exceptional energy form, and so concept is the entity that is subject to ideological force field, right? And concept does not require any mass. It's kind of like light, the photon. Okay, the photon energy, light energy, electromagnetic wave energy, it does not require any mass. Okay, concept does not require any mass, right? But photon occupies space, though. That's why it's subject to accelerative inertial force, right? But does concept require any space? If you want to, why don't we think about that? Okay, and we'll answer this question. All right? Does concept require any space? Okay, we'll take 5 minutes break. I need some vocal rest. We'll take 5 minutes. Okay. So does concept require any space to exist? I mean, previously in this paper, because we're kind of going over it, okay? Yeah, the seven, not seven, but four-tiered hierarchy between forces. First, you have some electric force, magnetic force, and then you have gravity, and then you have accelerative force, and then you have ideological force. Okay, so there's four-tiered hierarchy. Yeah, we went over it previously in this paper. By now, it's like something like 50 pages. Okay, so yeah, it really exists 50 pages. Okay. That's fine, right? So, ideological force. Okay, so previously we said something like concept of an apple. It can exist without the physical manifestation of an apple, right? Yeah. I mean, look at dinosaurs. Yeah, we have fossils, right? But we don't have live dinosaurs. Okay, but the concept still exists in like children's book, right? So a concept of an apple does not depend upon physical existence of an apple, like unicorn or dragon, right? They don't exist, but concept of dragon exists, right? Unicorn or sphinx, right? Or phoenix. Those animals they're imaginary, okay, so they don't quite require physical existence. So that's the metaphysical existence versus physical existence. The difference there, okay. They're between. All right, so uh, yeah, it's very philosophical discussion. But we are done with physics. We are doing metaphysics. Okay, so uh, I'm sorry about this reflection of the light. Let me turn one light bulb off and see what happens. Yeah, no longer reflection. Okay, good. It's because yeah, it's really annoying. Light reflection of my glasses. Yeah. So I mean, concept. It exists in our memory, brain space, and also in literature, in books, right? The definition of love, the definition of apple, okay? But what if there are no more books and even no more people? Like Noah's Ark, flood, the deluge, antediluvian period, whatever, post-diluvian period, okay, whatever. I mean, even before that, let's go to Book of Genesis in Bible. Okay? It's kind of getting cold, so let me turn on the heater back on. Okay. Whew, chilly. So, okay, Book of Genesis, okay? Yeah, in the beginning, let me read it for you, okay? Yeah, let's read the Bible. Let's get some inspiration from Bible, okay? Maybe I quote Bible. Yeah, let me write it down. Yeah, I copy and paste some verses in Book of Genesis in Old Testament Bible. Okay, so, yeah. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning the first day. Okay. Yeah, I will quote this. Okay. This is beautifully written, right? So poetic, calm, and serene, the serenity, the empty universe. There's God, and the very first thing he created is light. Right? It's beautiful. Right? So, according to Bible, there was this empty space, right? And there was God, and he created light, a photon, electromagnetic wave, right? Before he created photon, perhaps he had this idea of what photon is, huh? The concept of light, and he materialized it by creating it, just by thinking, imagination, right? We are very much like God. We are sons and daughters of God. Okay, so we have some divine quality in us. Yeah, we can imagine something and even materialize it by drawing a picture of a dragon or phoenix, sphinx, imaginary animals like unicorn. Okay, let me write that down. Yeah, we are designing this chapter 7. Okay, so yeah, we come up with some imagination, some what's that Greek term? Some imaginary animal with all different body parts of some multiple animals. Chimera, right? Chimera. Right. Yeah. We imagine it and we start drawing or start writing it down, describing what this imaginary animal look like, right? In the Eastern culture, it exists too. Western culture, chimera, right? Like sphinx and all that. Yeah, Western dragon and Eastern dragon. Okay. Eastern dragon have this deer's antler. Okay, its body look like snake, and it has some legs. Yeah, this kind of look like eagle claw, kinda. Okay, yeah, dragon grip. Ah, right. Yeah, yeah. We have some divine quality as sons and daughters of God. We can imagine things and manifest it, materialize it into drawings and in words. Right? Yeah, yeah. We can do that. Yeah. Sculpture, picture, okay? Or computer graphics, CGI, right? Yeah, computer graphical imagery, right? Yeah. Or in a novel, we can come up with some imaginary characters, right? Yeah. Okay. The question is, does the concept require space, physical space to exist? I mean, yeah, concept can exist in our memory, in our brain, physical space, or in computer, in a book, in a picture, okay, or concept. But is it a prerequisite for a concept to exist? Can concept exist without any occupation of space? That's the question. It's a very philosophical question, okay? So we're kind of crossing the realm between philosophy and theology, okay? Does God require any space to exist? Or did God create the concept of space and time? If the concept of space and time is creation of God, then God does not require space and time in order to exist. Correct? Let me write that down. It's very philosophical question. Okay, so yeah, it's something we talked about a long time ago. Okay, transcendentalism. Yeah, like Immanuel Kant, transcendental philosophy, kind of in line of that. Okay, so if God created space and time, okay, then God's existence doesn't quite require space and time. It's not necessary that there is space and time for God to exist. Right? And God can create some other concepts, like concept of an apple, right? Before he created space and time. So yeah, maybe concept of an apple is independent, orthogonal to the concept of space and time. Possibly. Yeah. It's very Cartesian inquiry and Kantian investigation. Immanuel Kant and René Descartes. Okay. Yeah, it's deeply philosophical, metaphysical inquiry. That's why this chapter 7 is going to be crown jewel of this paper. Okay. Forget about physics or Mr. Einstein, general relativity. It's just MacGuffin, okay? The Hitchcock, right? Yeah. Just pretext for chapter 7, okay? It's going to be more challenging than this proof of general relativity, okay? Yeah. So we have to we have to keep pace, we have to slow down a little bit and sit back and think, right? Well, I have to solve it. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes break. All right. Yeah, how interesting, right? Very challenging too. No, that's good. We got job to do, right? Great. Okay, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, just turn the heater back on. I'm sensitive about temperature, so. Ah, so we are dealing with Kierkegaardian existentialism or Kantian transcendentalism and Cartesian reductionism. Okay. Yeah, elemental analysis, all that stuff. Yeah, we talked about this before in humanology series. Okay, so back in the days, like a couple of years ago. All right, and also Alfred Hitchcockian MacGuffinism. Okay, it's just pretext. Okay, it's general relativity. Forget it. Okay, physics. Forget it. Okay, we are dealing with metaphysics, philosophy. Okay, so yeah, in a sense, that's more important, right? Yeah, at least it's more interesting, right? Yeah. Let's take a break from all this. Okay. I mean, let's talk some politics. They say, "Oh, Dr. Fauci, Dr. Fauci, he's so SEXY." Okay, some people say that. I'm like, no, yeah, he got some medical doctor, medical MD, whatever, right? But he's a scientist. But you cannot always rely on scientists. Okay, you don't become a saint all of a sudden. I did write about this in conversation with Squirrel. Okay, you don't instantly become some kind of saint. You don't get become some kind of deity, manifestation of the truth after you get MD or PhD or MD slash PhD. No, they're doctors, scientists. They're people too. They can make errors. They're subject to politics. Politics is not only uh, human nature; it's also human condition. Right? I did write about that in previous paper. I think. Right? Yeah. People are people whether they're scientists or not. Okay, you can always rely on them, right? Because they can be wrong, or they can even lie. Sorry, I just washed my hands. You remember the Terminator movie? Like, oh, look at my arm, my hands, Terminator. Oh, or the Jim Carrey movie was the Liar Liar. Oh, the claw. Oh, yeah, just goofing around. Okay, it's my holiday. Okay, just, yeah, please give me a break. So back to chapter 7. Maybe God created some interdependence, maybe hierarchy between concepts, right? Maybe time and space, maybe that's on top of that. Yeah, dimensionality. We did talk about that in special relativity disproof paper. Okay, dimensional analysis. Yeah. Yeah, time and space, they're different. Okay. Why? Because time goes only one direction, toward the future. Space, x-axis, you can go back and forth. right? It's bidirectional. But time is not bidirectional. Time is unidirectional. Okay, it only goes toward one direction. Future. Okay. Yeah, nobody can stop the time. Time has constant velocity. Okay. Nobody can slow down the time. Okay, so Mr. Einstein was wrong. Time is absolute. Right. And we can imagine, like in Twilight Zone episodes, stopping the time, going back in time. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, they owe that imagination to Mr. Einstein. Okay. If time can slow down, maybe it can reverse or it can come to a complete stop. Good. Yeah, that's good contribution by Mr. Einstein. But it's science fiction, sci-fi. Right? It's not reality. Right? We acknowledge his Mr. Einstein's contribution to sci-fi, but that's where it stops. Okay, it's not reality. It's just fiction. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me chat with my friends. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me chat with my friends. Okay. So maybe God created this hierarchy of concepts. Okay, maybe space and time is on top of that, or other concepts are subject to concept of space and time. Maybe. Okay. So can concept of an apple exist without depending upon space and time? Concept of space and time. How about the concept of existence itself? Is concept of existence depend upon time and space? Or can the concept of existence exist without time and space? Let's think about that, okay? It's Cartesian inquiry, okay? You go back and back and back. Reductionism, kind of, right? Yeah. Very interesting, right? I mean, hopefully we don't go crazy. At some point, we have to get back on Earth, you know, down to Earth, kind of. Yeah, we need that, okay? But hey, it's my holiday, okay? So yeah, I'm drinking, so don't worry. I practice martial arts, okay? I don't go crazy. Okay, let's think about this, okay? So, I mean, we know it's very very challenging question to ask. Can a concept exist without any mass? Yeah, I look at photon light, electromagnetic wave. It exists, but it doesn't require any mass. But it does occupy some space, though. Okay, photon, right? Yeah, it has amplitude and wavelength. You get wave property, right? Photon. But how about a concept of love or concept of an apple, right? Does it require any physical space? We know it doesn't. Probably does it require any mass? I don't think so. Concept of an apple. Yeah, it takes our brain memory space, maybe in a dictionary definition of what apple is. Ink, paper, yeah, or physical existence of apple itself in a grocery shop store. What the concept of an apple, does it require any mass? Does it require any space? I'm not sure. Okay. For its existence. Okay. So my guess is that the concept of existence, its prerequisite is space and time. So I think concept of space and time takes some higher hierarchy echelon than concept of existence. Okay. Yeah, space and time, it seems to be prerequisite for the existence of the concept of existence itself. The concept of existence, I think the definition of existence require some prerequisite, some assumption that there is such a thing as time and space. That would be my guess. Okay, so otherwise we cannot quite define existence, what it is, right? Okay, that would be my guess. How about the existence of concept itself? Concept over concept. Okay, we have to be very careful. We don't want to go crazy. Okay. Yeah, later on today, yeah, I forget all about it. Okay, just have some breakfast, watch some movies, right? Yeah, maybe I go hiking. Okay, I don't know. We'll take 5 minutes break. Okay. Yeah, philosophy is very interesting and very challenging, but more so than physics, right? Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's get back to Cartesian thinking habit. So cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I exist, right? So yeah, I was taking cigarette break, and I think there's the upper limit in human imagination. We cannot think beyond space and time because we are existing in space and time. Maybe God can exist without space and time. Maybe He created concept of space and time, but that's beyond us. Okay, let's acknowledge our limit, right? Yeah, so we cannot think beyond space and time. Okay, so concepts. The only way you can think of a concept is that it's subject to space, right? Yeah, time dimension. Yeah, it's just another special branch of space. Okay, time and space, they're not exactly the same thing, but time can be thought as one axis, special axis, different from X, Y, Z. Okay, is a special kind of spatial axis. Okay, because it's unidirectional. All right. Yeah. Let me write that down. Okay. Yeah. So in order to be a good physicist, you have to be a good philosopher. Okay. Mr. Einstein was not a good philosopher. He has no philosophy. He does not. He's like atheist, not atheist, but he didn't think about religion. So he's very shallow thinker. Okay. So that's why he failed. Right. One of the main reasons. Didn't understand it, philosophy or logic or religion. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we have to admit our upper limit. Okay, we cannot think anything. We cannot think of existence or a concept or anything without preconditioning, prerequisite, pre-assuming that there's space and time. We cannot. We just cannot think beyond the concept of space and time. That's our limit. That's what it seems. Okay, so I mean, because if something exists, right? Yeah, it could be physical space or it could be metaphysical space. You have Apple, supermarket. And then you have concept of an Apple in metaphysical space, right? So without concept of space, yeah, we cannot quite do anything. That's our upper limit of thinking. Okay, good enough. Fair enough, all right. So, okay. But there's some difference. Physical space, like space occupied by photon, just amplitude, wavelength, right? But concept reside in metaphysical space, though. There's big difference. Physical space and metaphysical space. Okay, right. Let me write it down. Yeah, we're brainstorming here, right? But metaphysical space, yeah, we're imagining those things, concept of an apple is in our brain that takes on physical space. But how about angels, God? Okay, I mean, they don't have any physical space occupied, right? If they do exist. Okay, yeah, yeah. Time out. Okay, let's stop here. Let's stop here and now. Okay. Oh boy. So ideological force is, yeah. There's this concept of an apple, but the definition of apple evolves, right? You go to grocery store, you see on Big Apple, right? This, okay. But back in the days, it was not like that. It was like crab apple, right? Very small apple, like 1 inch long, right? So yeah, concept of an apple changes. Definition of apple, the shape, size. Okay. Concept of marriage changes. All right. Back in the days, polygamy was legitimate, not just among this Mormon, LDS, Latter day Saint Americans. No, back in the days in Asia, Europe, Middle East, Israel, mono, polygamy was accepted practice. Nowadays, it's not. So concept of marriage today is one man, one woman. Okay, it has changed. Back in the days, it's like one man, many women. Okay, yeah. So concept changes. Okay. So the definition of force is something that makes changes of an entity's velocity, direction, and speed. Okay. In analogy to that physical universe, in metaphysical universe, metaphysical entity like concept, right? If it changes, concept of an apple or marriage changes, it means there's something, this metaphysical force behind it that is causing this change. Okay? So that's the analogy between physics and metaphysics. And we call that force, we have to name it, right? We call that ideological force. Okay? And this is where it gets very interesting. Okay, so let me write it down. Yeah, so we define force as something that make any changes. Okay, so the concept, it occupies some metaphysical space that's different from physical space, whatever. All right, so yeah, that's good enough for this paper. Okay, but this. Yeah, it's physics paper, okay, but we deal with some metaphysics too, but that's just one chapter, so we have to limit ourselves. We're not going to talk too much about philosophy, okay, because philosophy paper, that's going to be another paper, okay, so. Yeah, in conjunction, in order to physics, metaphysics. If a concept that changes its direction, quantity. Okay, if concept changes, what's causing this change? It has to be a force. By definition, force is something that changes something else. Okay? Velocity, right? Direction or speed or both. All right. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Okay. Okay. We'll take 5 minutes break. Okay. All right. Very good. Yeah. Chapter 7. Interesting. Yeah. All right. We'll take 5 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes. Okay. Let me start cooking my breakfast. Uh, Oh boy. Is this long? Oh my goodness. This is long, huh? I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Give me 5 minutes, okay? I didn't realize. I just social messaging. Oh my. Give me 5 minutes, okay? We'll continue, okay? I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Uh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't realize I'm drunk. I'm on a holiday. So I'm kind of in like relaxation mode right now. So I didn't realize this is still on. Okay. So yeah, I'm cooking my breakfast in the microwave. Uh, yeah, let me put some more minutes in there. Yeah, like 3 more minutes, then you'll be ready to eat. So what were we talking about? Yeah, we're not gonna go too into deep into philosophy, right? We just touch upon it, and we'll get back down to earth to talk about these ideological forces like concepts. It changes the definition of a concept like love, what marriage is, what Apple is. Okay, yeah, it changes concepts. Okay, so if something changes, so we are metaphysically define what force is. It's not no longer F equal ma. Well, in physics, yeah, it's F equal ka. Because photon, it changes velocity, and the force is behind that change that's causing the trajectory of a photon. Okay, and photon has no mass. So this Newtonian definition of physical force, yeah, we have to redefine it. Just yeah, substitute K for M. No mass is required to define what force is. Okay, so I did write that already. Okay, it's in the 50 pages so far, about 49 pages. Okay, then we cross over from physics to metaphysics, right? Yeah, metaphysical definition of force is something that causes change in another entity. That's what force is. Okay. Yeah. If a definition of a concept changes, okay, there's some force behind that change, causing that change, and we call it metaphysical force or ideological force. Okay. Yeah, there'll be a good starting point for chapter 7. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, that's what's up. Okay. So, I'm sorry about long break. I forgot. I'm drunk. Oh, vacation mode. Okay. I took my holiday this past week. It was busy. Okay. Oh boy. So I got all my job done in my workplace. Okay. So my bosses they granted me 2 days vacation. Okay. So I earned it. I needed it. Okay. So that was good. Okay. I was like social messaging. Okay. I have so many friends, alright. So yeah, yeah. So that's about it. And maybe I can sing your song, huh? Yeah. But hey, even if I take long breaks, you can with fast forward. It's just button click your with your mouse and pointer, right? Yeah, fast forward. Yeah, click, 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 right? No problem, right? So I don't owe you too much, okay? Even if I took long breaks, because I need some vocal rest, okay? Yeah, but let me sing your song as a punishment penalty, okay? Yeah, like how about Fatboy Slim? Praise you. And it goes like this. 'Cause I was kind of thinking about singing this song in karaoke if I go to karaoke in the future. It goes like this. Piano, right? Yeah, keyboard, electric piano, okay. Dun 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 dun. We've come a long, long way together through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should. Do 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 do. Bass guitar, right? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We've come to a long, long way together through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should. I have to praise. Da 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 da. Oh, it's a beautiful song, right? Yeah, yeah, good song. So yesterday, last night I watched this Ghostbusters movie. You have this Bill Murray and some others, right? Yeah, it was good. Yeah, Bill Murray, the psychology professor, right? Hilarious, right? Yeah, no political correctness back in the days, 1970s, 80s, American movies. No such a thing as political correctness. Okay, they make fun of each other. Sometimes, yeah, even jokes about race, gender, right? It was very peaceful back then. Okay, nowadays political correctness. Okay, we cannot joke about race or gender. But look at us, so much violence, right? Why? Because we are not allowed to make jokes about each other, right? So people are not happy. We are not having any good comedy. We are not happy because we don't get good entertainment. So people, they are not happy. They become angry. That's why they become all this violence. You have BLM. You have all this violence. Okay, whatever. Okay. So political correctness, that's the culprit, right? Nowadays, Democratic Party, they are going heading in the wrong direction. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna vote for VP Biden. Mandatory masking. You know, when he was talking when the debate last night, okay, the last debate, presidential debate, right? Mr. Joe Biden, he was like this glassy eyes, kind of acting like a robot. I'm not vote for him. I'm not gonna vote for him. Okay. So will I vote for President Trump? I would if I'm not running for the president myself. I'm gonna vote for myself. Okay. I'm gonna write down my name over their dumb names. VP Biden, President Trump. President Trump is decent. Okay, I don't think he's too bad. I think he's decent president. Okay, so I hope and pray that he get elected. But as a protest, I'll vote for myself because I'm still a candidate on paper. Okay, because I think I can do better than he can, or both of them combined. Okay, and I take a picture of this ballot, write down my name over their names as an activism. It's like performance art. Back in the days, you have Joseph Beuys and you have Fluxus movement in Europe, America. Yeah, Mr. Nam June-paik and Johnny Cage, right? Yeah, performance art. Yeah, yeah, I'm very well read, well studied. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm a good student. Yeah, so I know many things. Yeah. So yeah, chapter seven we touch base with philosophy a little bit, but we are not gonna go too much into it because yeah, we get back down to earth. Okay, like what goes up, what's come down, right? Yeah, we'll talk about ideological forces. Okay, concepts. Yeah, the definition of a concept changes, right? Like marriage, Apple. Okay, yeah. So we'll talk about that. What's the force behind that change? Yeah, we're going to define metaphysical definition of force is something that changes something else. Simply put, okay? Yeah. So definition of marriage or love, Apple changes. What's behind it? Yeah, that's ideological force. Okay. And we'll talk about why and how all these scientists could have been wrong for 100 years about Einsteinian relativity theories. Because they are people too, okay? Yeah, we're not accusing them. We are not pointing finger at them, okay? We are all dumb, okay? So we are all small. So big Mr. Einstein, yeah, we want to be part of that big thing to get some legitimacy, to get approved, to get a job, to feed ourselves, our pets, kids, spouses. We understand because we want to live, we want to survive and thrive, right? Yeah, scientists, they are people too, okay? So you cannot quite rely on them 100%, okay? And they're political animals too, okay? Just like any one of us, alright? So, yeah, sometimes they lie, they cheat, they make mistakes, okay? To be a part of this big thing, Mr. Einsteinian relativity theory, which is wrong theory, all these experimental scientists, they lied, okay? Yeah, they manipulated their data for 100 years all over the world, right? But we don't accuse them, we don't judge them, condemn them. What do? We understand them. Scientists, they're people too. They gotta pay mortgage, pay the bills, electricity, internet, okay? That's why that's what they did. That's why they did what they did, okay? To survive and thrive. It's human nature, human condition, it's animal nature, whatever, okay, it's all the same thing. Okay, so. Because we are not just physicists, we are humanologists. We understand human nature, human condition. Okay. So yeah, we sympathize with them. We don't condemn them. Okay. Because we are people too. Even if we are even humanologists, we are still human beings, okay? So our fellow human beings, physicists, scientists, yeah, we understand why they did what they did, okay? Yeah, we do. Let me write it down. Yeah, it's nice rhyming, good rhyming sentence. We don't condemn, but we understand. Okay? Yeah. Physicists want to survive and thrive. Yeah, you understand. Yeah. So this huge ideological force behind Mr. Einstein's relativity theory in World War II. Okay, anti-Semitism. So after World War II, yeah, action reaction Newtonian law of motion. Third, right? Yeah, anti-Semitism before World War II. Okay, this action and reaction to that, bouncing back. Yeah, pro-Semitism. Okay, so because Albert Einstein happened to be a European Jew. Okay, so yeah, the symbol of peace. Okay, like savior, like Jesus. Okay, so what I wrote in this conversation with the squirrel, right? The squirrel was accusing me. Give me 5 minutes, okay? And I tell you all about it, okay? So it was interesting. Fiction writing, okay? I'll tell you all about it, okay? So, right. Give me 5 minutes, okay? I have some book for rest. Alright. Okay, we're back. I'm sorry about long breaks. I'm in a vacation mode. Today is my day off from my day job. Okay, so it's Friday. But you can always fast forward. You just click over your mouse. Okay, no problem, right? So, yeah. So, all the physics, metaphysics, let's forget about it, okay? Yeah. It's interesting time that we are living in. Year 2020, November, right? Yeah, very interesting time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm writing this paper. Yeah, it will get done in a week or 2 weeks. Okay. Yeah. We have no deadline, but I'd like to get it done before presidential election. Okay. November 3rd. Yeah, what day is it today? October 23rd. Okay, 10 days. A week. Yeah, I can get it done in a week. We cannot have 10 days. That's more than enough time. Well, but chapter 7, that's hefty, okay? There's a lot of physics, metaphysics, analogy there between. Okay, yeah, but yeah, I do my best to get it out before November 3rd, 10 days from now, 11 days from now, okay? Something like that. I do my best, right? But we've been trying so hard to study and learn, right? So, no, I mean, I took my day off today because I worked very hard past week. Okay, yeah. So my superiors, my bosses, colleagues, okay, they understand that I need this day off, and they granted it to me. Right? Yeah. But they are good bosses. Okay. Yeah. So I took day off and look at me. I'm still working. Okay, some different project, extracurricular activity. There's no deadline. There's no pressure. And it's more interesting, right? Yeah, our day job, mundane, is repetitious. We deal with our customers, clients, patrons. Okay, it's the same old, right? Yeah, but when it comes to our extracurricular activities, adventures, our hobbies, the kind of things that we really enjoy doing, we don't make any money off it, right? But we spend money, but we are willing to do so. Why? Because it's more exciting, right? Yeah, you in Alaska they go hunting, fishing, all-terrain vehicle. They go skiing, snowboarding, bicycling, hiking, okay, whatever. So I'm in Alaska, right? I go hiking, yeah, well, not very often because I'm kind of old. I'm 42, right? I don't want to carry guns. It's too heavy, okay? I have to clean my guns if I'm gonna use it. I, I have this gun magazine. I have to put these bullets in the hollow point if I go hiking because there are bears in Alaska, okay? It's too much work, okay? I'd rather not do it, okay? Because in the magazine, it's spring based, so you cannot store bullets in the magazine because then the spring underneath this magazine it will wear out, okay? So when I store my gun, yeah, my magazine is empty. Okay, so get spring get some break, rest, okay? But if I go hiking in deep in the woods, I have to put this bullet by bullet hollow point because there are bears in Alaska. Okay, too much work. Okay, I don't want to do that. Okay, so forget it. Okay, so what do I do? I just run in the city, in parks, away from bears. I just run. Okay, yeah. But of all places, I'm in Alaska and I'm studying because like Cornell University, Ithaca, New York campus, upstate New York. Yeah, the founder of Cornell University, Mr. Cornell. From what I heard, because I was there for 2 years. Okay, so yeah, he decided to establish this college campus, Cornell University, away from all those big cities, so that scholars, academics, academicians, they're secluded away from all these distractions of this New York, big city. Okay, that's what I heard. Okay, so now I'm here in Alaska. I'm away from all these distractions of big city. Okay, so yeah, I study. I don't know if anybody else came to Alaska for that reason, same reason, to be alone, so that he or she would just study secluded like a hermit. I mean, if you ask me, I didn't come to Alaska for that reason, right? So why did I come to Alaska? Yes, to get away from it all. Okay, after I graduated from law school in 2015, the law 48 or law 49 became too liberal. I'm conservative. Okay, yeah, the declaration of gay marriage, Supreme Court. Oh my goodness, I had to get away from all that. I'm sorry. So I'm an ideological refuge, asylum case. Okay, the world that we cannot change, right? So what do we do? We run away, and I run away. I ran away from all that. Too much liberalism during this Barack Obama, President Obama, and VP Biden. Okay, legalization of gay marriage. I'm sorry. I had to run away from it. Okay, so that's one of the main reasons I came to Alaska. Okay, back in 2015. It's overgarden, whatever decisions, U.S. Supreme Court. Okay, I could not handle it. Okay, so I ran away. That's one of the main reasons. Okay, so some other reasons: the nature of Alaska. We have bears, bald eagles, squirrels, chipmunks, or we have marten. We have what's that weasel? Ermine, right? Ermine, marten. Yeah, there are some species of weasels. Very beautiful. Yeah, we have all that in Alaska. Okay, so we have beaver, muskrats, right? Yeah, Alaska. We have hares, rabbits. Okay, coyote. Now we don't have coyotes. We have wolves, right? Never seen one out in the wild. Maybe I once. I don't know. Maybe it was fox. We have red fox. Yeah, I've seen some foxes. Okay, owls, seagulls, ducks, mallards, and some different dogs. We have swans. We have cranes, right? Yes, and the cranes. Yeah, the nature. This one of some other reasons I came to Alaska. I didn't come to Alaska to become a lawyer. I'm a lawyer now, but that's not the reason I came to. Okay, I didn't come to Alaska to become a politician or to become a scientist. No, I just came here to get away from it all these ideologies that I don't agree with, and to have some clean air, clean water, wild nature, yeah, Alaska moose, to have some peace of mind. And I did find it. Okay, so I thank God every day. Thank you for Alaska. Then I got a couple of program job later on, lawyer job. So I have some spare time and dabble into politics and physics, mathematics, humanology. Okay, so humanology, yeah, it goes way back. Okay, about 10 years back. Humanology, oh, it started when I was in Seoul, South Korea. Okay, then medicine, Wisconsin, and so on. Okay, yeah, it has been always in my mind, once and on, off and on. Okay, yeah. So, but we got it. Okay, what we gotta do is write it down. Okay, so okay, thank you. Okay, I gotta eat my breakfast, brunch rather. It's kind of breakfast and lunch. Okay, and I'm gonna watch some movie or maybe play some music video and sing and dance. Okay, so okay, all right. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Okay. All right.